Manever I say ma PENDREAM TV. PENDREAM TV there, I see them yopo.
You are once again welcome to PENDREAM TV, the only channel that brings you the best and latest updates in politics. If you are new here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for more updates. Like and also share to other members to watch as well. You can also send a voice note to our WhatsApp number, which is 0277 128 777. Thank you. Please join me listening to another expose made by Ablakwa, the MP for North Tongue constituency. Stay tuned.
Payments to an MTN Momo merchant at no cost whatsoever, only on MTN. So go and download My Momo on the App Store or Play Store to enjoy this. Just Momo it everywhere you go. Terms and conditions apply. And KEL 360 toothpaste is approved by the Food and Drugs Authority, and it is the toothpaste that will take care of your entire family, and is also recommended for kids, for children, and for adults. So KEL 360 toothpaste provides you and your family with all-round dental protection throughout the day with freshness. Let your family be a proud family when they step out by constantly using KEL 360 toothpaste. It brightens your teeth, prevents cavity, and with its cool mint gives you fresh breath throughout the day and protects the gum from decaying. For consistency and quality, use KEL 360 toothpaste. It's another product from Samara Company Limited, producers of Sassos, available in all supermarkets, malls, and provision shops. You can call Samara Company on 0246 864 798. KEL 360 toothpaste, happy smile. Right, with me on the show this morning, I have the Vice Chairman of the Afrobarometer 2024 campaign, Nana Akomia. Nana, good morning.
Morning.
I see.
We missed you last week.
Yes.
I understand you had gone to look for resources.
In this economy, you always have to.
Yeah. So you were in the States?
No. I was around. Surfing. Okay. Surfing. A couple of islands.
You had some islands too?
Oh, a couple of them.
There's quite a bit of money in this,
especially the newfound one.
Which one?
Oh, there's one that I see is the preferred destination. It's been the preferred destination the last 7 years or so.
What did you find there?
Oh, very interesting things.
You got something back?
A lot.
There's only 1 month left for the campaign.
We'll live beyond the campaign. Nice shirt anyway.
Oh, thank you. It's an NPP shirt.
Yes.
Yes.
I clearly can tell.
You should expect that it will be. This one that this man is putting on is totally overloaded with colors and all of that. You have to keep it simple and neat.
Okay. Also with me on the show this morning is the Member of Parliament for the North Tongue constituency. He's also the chairman of the Assurances Committee in Parliament. Chairman Samuel Kujato Ablakwa.
Good morning, Don. Good morning.
You mean they've not had a televised?
But you've been meeting.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. A lot of follow-ups. Reports are ready. Anytime Parliament resumes, we've also sent reminders. Your friends at the Minerals Commission are still dodging the committee.
Hey.
And I want to use this opportunity to remind them that you don't treat a parliamentary committee
They
that
haven't
way.
responded?
You don't treat a parliamentary committee that way. You remember, only this week, Steve Bannon was in the news when he disrespected a congressional committee.
Yes.
He was jailed for 40 days. Yeah. And he just came out this week. So people should be advised. You don't treat.
Just refresh our memories.
You don't
What
treat
is
Parliament.
the issue with the Minerals Commission?
This is a simple matter. Parliament has been working with data that they publish on their website. Data on the issuance of licenses, which we used here. Remember, I used that here. And then the Minerals Commission CEO shows up at our committee when we invited him. With a one-pager, no breakdown, totally contradicting what is on his own website, what he himself has published.
Oh, that matter.
Yes, that matter. And we asked for a breakdown because on your website, a copy of which I have here, we have all the details. We have the license code, we have the concession, we have the location, we have the kind of mineral that is being mined, we have the duration, then the company, details, the company's directors, details provided on your website. Then you show up in Parliament with a one-pager, and then get MPP propagandists to go all over the place, trying to portray me rather as a liar. And then I was surprised some media houses also fell for that one-pager. When they should, at the very least, be questioning the Minerals Commission for their contradiction.
So you wrote to the Minerals Commission?
So we told him that we can't work with that one-pager, which doesn't have the breakdown, the companies, the concessions, the kind of minerals, the duration, and all of that. So we wrote to them. Indeed, during the session, we asked that they provide a breakdown, which they duly agreed that they will. We gave them up to 14th October to do that. We are in November now.
So you wrote to them?
We wrote to them and gave them a deadline of up to 14th
And you
October.
specified what you wanted?
Exactly. Simple, just breakdown, like you have on your website.
Have they acknowledged receipt of your letter?
Verbally, they called to say that they will be working and making sure they comply.
Okay.
But the clerk has written again to them because they have failed to provide the deadline. Okay. We are going to pursue them until they provide the deadline. You see, this business of public institutions engaging in mere political propaganda to please the political echelons, those in power, would not be tolerated.
So in this instance, what can the committee do?
Oh, a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot. They can be summoned
a committee has the powers of the High Court.
For contempt. Yes, we have the powers of the High Court.
Okay.
They can be held in contempt. They can be dragged to the committee can formally lodge a complaint to the Privileges Committee, and there are dire consequences.
I'm sure they will come. Don't worry.
So they have to. If they thought that they were going to show up in Parliament with one page,
but at least they could have
breakdown. And as we speak,
yes.
Even though he told us at the committee that they are trying to see how they can realign what is on their website, they have not been able to. You see,
so what's on their website now?
It's the same. It's the same
as
we have. Yes, it's the same as we printed out. It doesn't align with what that propaganda piece they sought to present.
So if you go on the site today,
yes,
this is what
it's the same. We've been tracking. Yes, as of yesterday, I tracked because I'm watching closely to see if there will be some, fidgeting, So we tracked yesterday. It's the same.
Okay.
So you see the consequences of these things. You just destroy your credibility. But Doc, talking about our institutions in this country letting us down. This morning, I am so depressed and horrified and frightened.
By what? And
this
about
state
what?
capture matter we have been talking about.
Lands.
The Lands Commission.
Again.
Doc, you won't believe what is going on. You recall that demolition that shocked the nation, the demolition of plot number 94 at North Labone, which belongs to former Ambassador J.B. Lomote.
Yes.
At the time, the Vice President's office was even linked because the gentleman who masterminded the demolition, according to the family, said he is chief and he's from the Vice President's office. He has contacts and he had military support, police support, brazenly demolished the residential property owned by the Lomotes in Labone, a property they have owned for more than 60 years. The Vice President's office, you recall, issued a statement saying that they know nothing about it and that they have asked the IGP to investigate. As usual, anytime this government, in a state capture matter, tells you that we've asked the IGP to investigate, that's it. The IGP, the Ghana Police Service, will not provide any updates. They hope that everybody will forget. But we have been doing some more parliamentary oversight, some more digging into this matter. And what is emerging It's more shocking than the demolition, Doc. Let me read this letter from the Lands Commission, dated 5th September 2024, to the Managing Director of Dream Citrix Limited. We now know that the demolition was masterminded by a company known as Dream Citrix Limited. And Doc, please pay attention to this letter. Without prejudice, dear sir, notice of withdrawal of lease granted to Dream Citrix Limited, land situate at Labone residential area, Accra. Reference is made to the above mentioned subject. The Lands Commission allocated this subject site to you as a replacement of an earlier offer made to you, which said allocation failed. However, having granted a lease over the subject site, it has come to our attention that the site forms part of the area managed by State Housing Company Limited, and same was allocated to Mr. J.B. Lomote, which same lease has been renewed by State Housing Company Limited for Ms. Esther Adote. In view of the above, the Lands Commission is withdrawing the lease dated 18th June 2024, made between the government and yourself over the subject site. And by this, we are notifying Dade Kotopon Municipal Assembly of the above decision to withdraw any statutory permit granted to you based on the lease. The office, however, further informs you that the options available to you is that either a replacement of land, when available, over an unencumbered land of similar value, or any statutory fees paid in relation to the subject site will be refunded accordingly. Yours faithfully, and this is signed by Timothy Anyedoho, Regional Lands Officer. Copied to the Managing Director, State Housing Company Limited, Accra, the Ms. Esther Adote, the Divisional Commander, Ghana Police Service, the Municipal Chief Executive, Dade Kotopon Municipal Assembly, the Municipal Engineer, Dade Kotopon Municipal Assembly, and the Municipal Planner, Dade Kotopon Municipal Assembly. Doc, how on earth did the Lands Commission not carry out any due diligence? The Lands Commission of Ghana. They didn't know that that property, number 94 North Labone, is a State Housing Company property which they have leased legitimately to Ambassador Lomote's family. The Lands Commission and the State Housing Company are not in communication. All the noise being made about digitalization, we are to believe that there is a Chinese war between the Lands Commission and the State Housing Company. Now in this letter, Doc, Lands Commission is virtually saying that we made a mistake, that we should not have granted you this lease.
But how can you give something that you don't have?
I mean, incredible. Incredible. And you know what is happening? This letter does not address compensation.
So on so hold on a bit. So you're saying that the Lands Commission allocated a property.
Yes. That does not belong to them.
That does not belong to them, to a company.
Yes. Dream Citrix.
And that company, on the basis of that allocation, went to demolish somebody's house.
Yes, they just demolished it.
With military and police.
Yes. And you know, I have another letter here, dated 29 August 2024, from the Dade Kotopon Municipal Assembly. Regional Commander, Ghana Police Service, addressed to them. Dear sir, request for police assistance. The Dade Kotopon Municipal Assembly has issued a demolition permit to Dream Citrix based on the presentation of required documents by the applicant. So with this, the Lands Commission letter, they then went to Dade Kotopon for a demolition permit.
Okay.
Dream Citrix intends to carry out the demolition works on Saturday, 31st August 2024, under the supervision of the Works Department. Regulation 45 of Building of Regulations 2022 LI 2465. On this note, we would like to request for police assistance for our staff who will supervise the demolition of the structures. Please find attached Dream Citrix documents submitted to us for permits. And this is signed by Engineer Maxwell Edubuati. And with this, this is what they showed to the family, asked all of them to move out. No notice was even given them to even pack their valuables. and they proceeded to demolish the property in 4 hours. Ladade Kotopon is telling us, per this letter, that Ladade Kotopon too, after all these years, 60 years of collecting property rates, they didn't know that that building belongs to State Housing, that letter they were relying on from Lands Commission was valueless and baseless and fraudulent and dubious. Now, as we speak, only last week, this poor family decides to erect a wall, pardon me, on their land, because it's now bare land, but at least they want to protect it. Will you believe that these same Dream Citrix guys moved in last week to demolish the wall?
Just last week.
Just last week. That's why I tell you I'm horrified.
When is the Lands Commission letter dated? The
5th September 2024.
About a month ago?
Yeah, more than
2 months ago.
Yes.
So are they,
and they are still acting with
and
Dream Citrix is still acting with impunity. And I've seen videos of the directors of Dream Citrix with the vice president and the second lady. The directors are Ken Ajimambedu, Cynthia Ajimambedu, Neil Ante Kwakupon, acting with impunity.
Now, when you say you've seen them with the vice president, what does it mean? You saw them demolishing?
No, there's some relationship. There's this close proximity. I'm still investigating that. That is why, you know, the guy, the Ken Ajimambedu chief, flaunts that. And that's what he's using to intimidate the family. That he is connected. He has links. Then he shows them the videos. How they party together and they are in Sonam and all of that. I can show you those videos. I'll forward them to you. I'll forward them to Nana. And using that to intimidate this poor family. Last week, only last week, I will share the videos with you. I've shared it with your producer. At least they want to salvage what is left. Nobody now is telling them about compensation, how they will get their 2-story property back. They are erecting a wall. They go and demolish the wall. Look, this company, Dream Citrix, have more documents. They went to court when this matter broke. Dream Citrix versus Sylvester Davis Eshen, the grandson of Ambassador Lomote, the late Ambassador Lomote. When the documents were filed by Sylvester Davis Eshen, including this document I have here from the State Housing Company, signed by Edward Y. Iwa, head of estates, to the registrar, High Court, Accra. Dear Sir or Madam, plot number 94, North Labone Housing Estate. We write to inform and confirm that plot number 94, North Labone Estate, originally in the name of J.B. Lomote, has been vested in the names of his lawful beneficiaries as per his will. The renewal of the lease of the property is underway and will be concluded soon, because payments have been made for the renewal. And yours faithfully, Edward Y. Iwa. When these documents were filed, the Dream Citrix guys withdrew the case. I have the court documents here, dated 11th October 2024, only last month. Notice to withdraw the application. Dream Citrix versus Sylvester Davis Eshen. Then the judge, Kenneth Edem Kujoji, the Justice of the High Court, rules by court, this application is struck out as withdrawn. So there is absolutely no basis. They could not even pursue their claims because Lands Commission.
They went to demolish last week.
And yet, only last week, they are harassing the family. Look, there are 5 other families who have come to see me in that same Labone Cantonment's enclave. The same characters, same modus operandi.
That's what almost happened to GIS.
That's exactly what happened to GIS. So what's going on in this country? Are we in a jungle or what? Are we in a jungle? Look, Ghana Police Service, who continue to offer protection to Dream Citrix, including last week's unlawful demolition of their wall. Their lawyers, the lawyers of the family, have reminded the Ghana Police Service of a complaint they filed. I have that petition here, dated 11th October 2024. The Director, Criminal Investigations Department, Ghana Police Service, Headquarters, Accra. Read, petition to the Inspector General of Police, request for investigation against Dream Citrix Limited, and notice to commence legal action. We write as solicitors for the J.B. Lomote family, hearing after called our client, and as regards the above mentioned subject. We are informed by our client that by a letter dated 4th September 2024, they made complaints to you concerning the unlawful demolition of the family's property situated at North Labone, Accra by Dream Citrix Limited. Since the complaint was made, we are informed by the client that the police has failed to give the case the required attention. Until date, an investigator has not been appointed for the complaint filed by our client. The above notwithstanding, Dream Citrix Limited has rather been using the police apparatus to harass the family and continues to unlawfully enter the land. Our client deems this development as unfortunate, as it is apparent that the police service is openly supporting the persons who have defiantly demolished the family's property. The directors of Dream Citrix Limited are Kembedi Akun Ajimambedu, Cynthia Ajimambedu, and Neil Adekwakupon. The mobile contacts are the provider. I would not provide that on air for privacy issues. For ease of reference, we have attached the company's profile and writ of summons issued by Dream Citrix Limited, confirming that the company did the demolition. Our clients hereby request that an investigator be assigned to the complaint, lodged for investigations to commence. This letter also serves as a formal notice of our client's intention to commence legal action against the police service for its role in the unlawful demolition of the building, counting on your usual cooperation. And this is from the Chambers, Roman Levy and Associates. Doc, what's going on in this country? Meanwhile, the Ghana Police Service, by the Vice President's statement of Friday, September 6, 2024, I have a copy here, signed by Gideon Bwako. Let me read that statement. Rejoinder: alleged involvement of Vice President's office in property demolition at cantonments and Labone. The Office of Vice President has taken notice of news items alleging unlawful entry and demolition of some properties in the cantonments and Labone areas. The perpetrators of these acts are alleged to have indicated that they are from the Vice President's office. We wish to place on record that the Vice President or his office does not have any interest in any property in the cantonments and Labone areas where such acts are alleged to have occurred. Also, no officer, agent, or assigned has been directed by the Vice President or his office to secure and or interfere in any matter pertaining to lands or properties in the Labone and cantonments areas. We call on the IGP and the police hierarchy to collaborate with the victims to apprehend the perpetrators for the necessary legal action. We are by this release calling on the general public to treat as false any information contrary to the position stated above. Signed, Gideon Bwako, PhD. This is since Friday, September 6, 2024.
So my question...
The people have not been apprehended.
So my question is that...
No report to the public.
My question is that...
And these guys are still marauding.
So Sammy,
demolishing walls, demolishing properties.
Sammy, my question is that the police...
Yes.
Had a request from a group.
Yes.
With this Lada de Kotopo Assembly letter.
Yes.
Requesting for police assistance.
Yes, to go and demolish.
So the police is aware.
Yes.
Of those who requested for the assistance
exactly.
to go and do the demolition. As the police telling us that they are unable to find the same people who sought the assistance
yes.
to go and demolish.
Yes. And who last week they offered protection to go and demolish the wall. So this is the second demolition by these guys. When they have withdrawn their court case, the Lands Commission has said that, look, we made a mistake. We should have checked with State Housing Company. So we are withdrawing this lease.
But what kind of mistake is this?
I mean, it's a cock and bull story, of course. We know that. They were hoping that this, they were hoping that the family would not. Yes.
Story building.
Two-story building
was pulled down.
Pulled down because of mistake by our institutions. Lands Commission. A property that doesn't belong to you.
Claim is a mistake.
That's what they are claiming. Yeah. They didn't talk to State Housing Corporation. And Doc, you see why we have been struggling in Parliament over the last 3 years when we asked for the full list of state properties from the Lands Minister, from the Works and Housing Minister. You see why we are struggling? I am convinced that it's deliberate not to provide the Parliament of the Republic of Ghana with information on the state of our national assets, of landed properties, of bungalows. I mean, it's such a jungle. It's so chaotic. It's a total mess. And this is an era where digitalization is being touted, that has made such a huge difference, and with a click of a button, we can know what is going on. And you have this injustice, this impunity, reigning supreme, total impunity. I mean, what's going on in this country? What's going on in this country? When are we going to stop this injustice? And look, I've been looking into Dream Citrix, hurriedly incorporated when the MPP came into power on 15 September 2017. No track record, and suddenly they are so powerful. Whatever they want, they point to a building, Lands Commission rights, give it to them. What makes them so powerful? And why is Lands Commission appearing so let me control my language. Why?
Anyway, to power. They are either inside
who are
or they
they?
are.
Who are they?
But you seen the Dream Citrix.
Okay, I mean, sorry. Sorry?
In this case, we know them, and yet
Who are they? Who are they?
Dream Citrix, the directors are Ken Ajimambedu, Cynthia Ajimambedu, Nilante Kwakupon.
Who are they?
And yet the police
who are they? Who are they?
will not arrest them.
So,
Then me, Randy. Me. If today, I went to demolish somebody's property.
Oh, you're finished.
You think that I will be arrested?
You're finished.
Me, today. I'll be arrested under 5 minutes.
no, I don't think so.
You're finished.
What?
Even your Gammacha
But-
status will
Under
not
5 minutes, I'll be
come.
arrested. Tell me, before you go, Makoyopo on the issue of the land, he says
Yeah.
something for our Friday. He says that Lands Commission in 2012 had parts of its building on fire, although they said 99% of documentation were saved. I am assuming the 1% had the Lomotis documentation among the bench.
That's a good one.
So if you don't have documentation, how do you sell?
Yes, how do you say?
Yeah. So,
And there was a fire at Ladade Kotopon as well.
no, Ladade Kotopon, they were acting on the land commission.
This country. Oh.
No, Ladade Kotopon, from what you said, they were acting on the lands commission.
But ideally, every assembly must have, especially built properties.
That's right, built
if you
property,
have state, let's say SHC owns this property.
Yeah, you should
have that.
Yeah, you should have that.
The assembly must have that.
Exactly.
But listen, that's a very important point.
Yes.
The assemblies
Yeah.
must have
Yeah. Documentation.
ownership documentation on every property in the assembly.
Yes. Yeah. Because they go
They
around
should.
collecting
Yes.
property rates and all of that. Yeah.
Do they?
Yeah, they do.
They do.
They do. They write to me.
Yeah.
They write to me all the time.
Yes.
So
Me
they
too.
must have records of
Yeah.
every property in the assembly. They must have.
And yet within 2 days,
They
as soon as this Dream City shows up, they immediately, this guy, Engineer Maso, do boating. Within 2 days, quickly
So
issues.
my wife's,
Go
my
ahead.
wife's
Police,
EPA,
give them
My
protection
wife's EPA permit.
to demolish.
EPA permit. It's over a year. The permit hasn't come. Over almost 2 years. They've still not concluded that. So she has not been able to start whatever she wants to construct on her land. But somebody can get a
Demolition.
Demolition.
Permit. 2 days.
Why do you think it's so?
eh?
Why do you think this
Oh,
situation?
Connection. High
I
connection.
mean, I'm a nobody, so
It's not.
But I'm surprised. I thought that the wife of the Gammacha will be accorded all courtesies. You know. I'm surprised
So
that Dream Citrix appears more powerful than you in Accra.
maybe I should go behind them.
this business of connection doesn't come in. Because if you are talking about connection, Chief.
Nana, can I go and use your name this afternoon? Okay.
I had some story that you have this land somewhere
Yes.
and you haven't developed it.
Yes.
I don't know if that's the land your wife wants to.
No. That's
I
her
understand.
own land. Yes.
I understand somebody went there. You have bought it. It was going to be sold. And then family had taken him there and all of that, and they were just going to look at it and do the and start. They've agreed on the price. And he was going to pay the next day. And then some neighbor told him, "Oh, Chief, this land is for Randy Abu."
And there was pandemonium. They were running away. Helter.
No, no, but let me bring you in on Afrobarometer.
So,
But you are lucky. You are lucky. It wasn't Dream Citrix. You know, they will have gone ahead. They are connected in high places. You know. They have principalities in high places.
Randy has an uncle in La. I was going to say Labadi. Randy has an uncle in La called Big Boy.
It's passed on.
He's passed on. He used to be my friend.
Niyabo.
Niyabo. They said that
The son of Kojo Sadi.
Rollins and I think the PNDC time they had seized some of his property, father's property also. And in the dying days of the PNDC, he took a bulldozer himself.
Yes. Yes.
So there's a certain tradition in it. When a gentleman heard that the land belongs to Randy, he didn't even go to inquire. He just said, hey, let me run away.
Yes,
So
I'm very tired.
Doc, this Afrobarometer round 10 survey makes for very, very, very interesting reading. First of all, let me commend CDD and their partners for their consistency. And I have observed over the years that you ignore the Afrobarometer at your own peril. The Afrobarometer over the years.
So I'm not to catch you. But Randy, I'm just looking at the Afrobarometer that you have given us. And it says
The
that,
summary.
yes, a candidate's honesty,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
90%
Yes.
of the choice. And then the character,
Yes.
8.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then campaign promises are just about 60.
Yes.
The people say they'll be influenced, only 60% say they'll be influenced by campaign promises. But 90% say they'll be influenced by the honesty and
Yes.
character, and 88.
Yes.
It's a key issue.
Yeah, yeah. No, very key issue, and I can understand why the vice chairman of the campaign is worried.
You're very, 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 very senior, or that you're senior. My big brother, Mr. Frank Edu of Cowboy.
Oh yes.
He
Senior
just sent me this. You know the myassembly.gov.gh portal.
Yeah.
Where there's a digital link for checking your property rate and settling it online. So the assemblies have the addresses and ownership details of properties.
Yeah.
That's what he's just sent.
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
All
yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
They should.
Yeah, they should.
So
They
this
should.
chap,
they write
That's
to us
why-
every day.
yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's pretty obvious that
Yeah.
a lot more has gone into this issue.
This Lands Commission and Ladade Kotopon. We'll get to the bottom. So I was saying that the CDD ought to be commended for their consistency, and this serves as a very important signpost of the state of our country. I know they do this in other African countries as well, and as citizens, we need to pay attention to this empirical data which the CDD and its partners have been churning out consistently. Doc, the focus by Nana Komia on free SHS.
No, it's not him, the papers.
Yes,
There are some other
and then the papers. I am glad that when you go through the Afrobarometer carefully, it reveals that 85% of Ghanaians say that they do not fear at all that free SHS will be interrupted by any future government. 85% say that. Yes, they say that they are convinced that any future government will maintain free SHS.
If you look at it
and
well,
indeed,
Sam, if
they
you look
also
at it well,
indicate that
if you look
Agenda
at it well,
111 and
you see
others.
the question they were asked.
Yeah.
So if you can just find it, that's if you won't take, much time.
They were asked.
Yes.
Yeah, they were asked that will the next government continue these priority projects? And it was free SHS. There was one district, one factory, one village, one dam, planting for food and jobs. And interestingly, if you look at the results, 85% say that they have no doubt at all that whichever government comes to power will continue with free SHS. 81% said that one district, one factory will be continued. 71% said that one village, one dam will be continued. And
do you know what is interesting about the disclosure you made?
And yeah, go ahead.
Do you know what's interesting?
Yeah.
Read the question again.
So, should the next government retain these ongoing initiatives? Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Should the next government retain these ongoing initiatives? And interestingly, on e-levy, only 17%.
Yes.
79% said that e-levy must go.
Yes.
You know, continues to show how unpopular e-levy is. And I must salute President Mahama. He had the foresight many, many years ago. He was the first presidential candidate to say that e-levy will not help us. It's not in the national interest, and that he will not waste time at all. It will be one of the first decisions he will take. After that, I've seen that some other candidates have followed suit, including those who introduced it and fought us to the hilt in Parliament, amidst face cuffs and all of that, to introduce the e-levy. Now let me come to Nana. You can write it down. Nana, you keep interrupting. No.
Listen.
So let me come to. Oh my goodness. Can I finish?
Even before it came.
Can I finish? There's no record of that. There's no record of that.
There's a record.
There's no record of that. Yes.
You said that a radio station.
Okay.
Randy, you are aware.
Oh my
Then
goodness.
I'll give you the opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay. You finish.
Yes, I mean.
But, Doc, there are very, very, very startling revelations in this.
Yes.
If you take the matter of corruption, I mean, it is most shocking what Ghanaians are saying. Consistently, the Ghana Police Service is at number 1. 63% say, when they were asked how many of the following people do you think are involved in corruption? How many of the following people? So the police service, the consistency, they have really held the crown. But what is shocking, Doc, is that the office of the presidency comes a close second. This is unusual. I mean, hitherto, the office of the president, when President Akufo-Addo took office, check the Afrobarometer, he was held high up there as the most trusted. How did he fall so mightily? I mean, this is more than a Humpty Dumpty fall.
Second to the police.
Second to the police, a close second.
And in the
54%.
And in the case of the police, because of their
yes, every
interaction
day,
with the public,
yes, every day,
so,
yeah.
Yes.
I mean, shocking. And look at the couching. Office of the presidency. So is all of them there. I don't see how Bawumia can extricate himself from this. Because it's office of the presidency.
Well,
all of them.
It's only protesters who can't go there.
All of them over there. All of them. So one wonders what the youth has been saying, that social media trend which has been consistently trending, that Julobi house, you know, are they being vindicated, you know, by this Afrobarometer? Now close second to the police. Then you have tax officials, 53%. Members of parliament, I must say, we don't also cover ourselves in glory. I must be
You are number 4.
humble to concede.
Are you number 4?
Number 4, 51%. Judges and magistrates, 44%. Electoral Commission, 43%. MMDCEs, 43%. Civil servants, 39%. Assemblymen and women, 31%. Business executives, 31%. Traditional leaders, 29%. Public media journalists, 24%. Randy Abbey, and you and your colleagues, we have to consult you. You are not doing bad. You know, you're not doing bad. It appears that there's some confidence. It's good that, you know, the public has some confidence in our journalists, at least. Religious leaders, 21%. Private media, 21%. Non-governmental organizations, 18%. I mean, this is troubling. This is troubling. I mean, you expect the office of the presidency to champion the fight against corruption. And really, that is what brought Akufo-Addo and Bawumia to office. When they pledged that they would deal ruthlessly with corruption, they will use the Anas principle. Unfortunately, they rather came and hounded out Anas. And Anas has become an endangered species. We've seen what they've done to other investigative journalists, Manasseh Azuri, and others. Then you remember what they said about how they will end the era of single sourcing. On this show, I have brought copious amounts of documents of how single sourcing has been done with impunity. It's the order of the day. Only last week we were discussing one. Citizens Access, the $38.2 million scandal at the Foreign Ministry. The previous week we were discussing DRIP, what Bawumia has been championing in this campaign. Inflated by $102 million. Ghana should not have paid more than $76 million for DRIP. And yet we paid $178 million.
2 or 3 days ago.
Yes, yes, I have seen it.
About some monies to...
Yes,
and
to the assembly.
It's like a 4-month project. Targeted.
Yes. Election gimmicks. Election gimmicks. I have a copy here. I have a copy here, dated 25th October 2024, signed by Irina Toshi-Addo Latte. All MMDCs, guidelines for DRIP funds transferred to all MMDCs. Please refer to the District Assembly Common Fund, letter dated 18th October 2024. Transferring funds to all MMDAs to cater for fuel for allowances of personnel under the DRIP program. We write to inform you that 500,000 Ghana cedis per constituency has been transferred to your assembly. This is on the blind side of Parliament.
But the same assembly.
So 320,000 for fuel expenses, 180,000 for the DRIP machine operators and other personnel. And she provides a breakdown.
And it's for 4 months.
Yes, it's just for the election. So this whole DRIP thing, which Bawumia has been championing, is all just about election gimmicks. But the massive corruption.
Thank you for staying tuned. PENDREAM TV really appreciates your time. Please do subscribe if you have not yet subscribed as a new member. Hit the notification bell, like and also share to other members to watch as well. Please let the channel go viral for us. Thank you. PENDREAM TV really cherish you. Stay blessed.
PENDREAM TV now, so far so good. Say open online portal e wo Ghana. Nipa share, nipa follow, nipa comment here. To my best of knowledge, without any biases, PENDREAM TV.